Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen? Take hydrogen.
The wonders of hydrogen.
Really nice car. Quick, quiet and a decent range. But the problem for hydrogen cars is the number of fueling stations. Only around 11 public hydrogen points around the country.
Honda just shocked the world with their new EV engine. While every car company is running after electric cars, Honda went in a whole new direction. They built an engine that doesn't need petrol, doesn't need charging, and might even be better than EVs. Sounds crazy, right? Their CEO says the new CR-V is so powerful, it could wipe out the entire EV industry.
Honda aimed to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050 and is planned to driving widespread adoption of EV.
This isn't just another car, it could change everything we know about driving. Honda started small, but now they're aiming to lead the future. What makes this engine so special? Join us as we dive into this game-changing invention. Honda new engine. Honda isn't just building cars, they're always dreaming up what's next. While other car makers are racing toward electric vehicles, EVs, Honda is taking a wild new turn. They've got a fresh idea that could shake things up. And no, it's not another hybrid. It's not fully electric either. It's something totally different, and it runs on one word: hydrogen. Now, before we jump into why that's a big deal, let's take a quick ride through Honda's past. Back in the 1970s, they created the CVCC engine. It passed tough US emissions tests without needing fancy filters. Then came VTEC, an engine system that made small engines feel like beasts. Later, they brought hybrids to the US, showing that eco-friendly could also be fun. Honda's always been about pushing limits, and now they're doing it again. So why hydrogen engines instead of electric? Let's find out. Electric cars have come a long way. They used to sound like science fiction, no engine noise, no gas, just plug it in and go. These days, they're everywhere. Teslas, Hyundais, Fords, all zooming around with flashy screens and silent motors. Governments have backed EVs with tax breaks and green goals. Some even promise to ban gas cars in the next 10 to 15 years. But here's the thing, EVs aren't perfect. Those big batteries, they need rare stuff like lithium and cobalt. Mining for those materials can really hurt the environment. And once the batteries wear out, disposing of them is a whole new mess. Then there's charging. Sure, it's getting better, but it still takes a while. Not to mention the fear of running out of juice in the middle of nowhere. EVs also aren't cheap, and if everyone plugs in at the same time, electricity bills could skyrocket. So Honda's asking a bold question. What if there's a better way? Enter hydrogen. Yep, hydrogen, the lightest element in the universe. And when you use it to power a car, guess what comes out of the tailpipe? Just water. No smoke, no smell, no pollution, just good old H2O. Sounds like science fiction, right? But Honda's betting it could be the future of clean driving. And here's the fun part. They've actually been working on hydrogen cars for years. This isn't just some new idea they cooked up in a lab last week. Back in 2015, Honda rolled out a car that looked like it zoomed straight out of a sci-fi flick. It was called the Honda Clarity Fuel Cell, and it made a big splash at the Tokyo Motor Show. This wasn't just another hybrid. It didn't need gas, and you didn't have to plug it in. It ran purely on hydrogen. And it wasn't just a regular car with a weird engine jammed inside. Honda built it from the ground up to work with hydrogen. Inside, it had this awesome wave flow tech that moved hydrogen around super fast. The fuel cells were small but powerful, placed perfectly to give the car more oomph without wasting space. And the results were pretty amazing. The Clarity could go up to 360 miles on one tank. That was better than most electric cars at the time. It got the equivalent of 88 miles per gallon. And it ran so clean, the only thing it left behind was a little puff of water vapor. Smooth, silent, spacious, and smart, the Clarity seemed like it cracked the code. But here's where things hit a bump. The car itself was great. The problem? The world just wasn't ready. Hydrogen stations were super rare. If you didn't live in California or a few cities in Japan, good luck filling up. Road trips? Stressful. No one wants to drive a car that might leave them stranded in the middle of nowhere. And then there was the public vibe. Hydrogen sounded complicated, maybe even risky. Electric cars, on the other hand, were simple. Plug in, charge, and go. Electric vehicles had the spotlight. Celebrities loved them. Governments handed out big tax breaks. Charging stations popped up in parking lots and coffee shops. Electric vehicles became trendy, even cool. Clarity didn't get the same love. No major incentives, no cool factor, and not enough places to refuel. Even though it was an engineering wonder, it couldn't win the popularity contest. In 2021, Honda pulled the plug, not just on the Clarity fuel cell, but also its electric and plug-in hybrid versions. It was the end of the road for that model, but not for hydrogen. Here's the twist. Honda didn't walk away from the Clarity and forget everything. They walked away smarter. The big lesson? Hydrogen cars work. The problem wasn't the tech, it was the timing. The world just wasn't quite ready, but Honda wasn't giving up. They've taken all that wisdom and rolled it into their next big move. And what is that next move? Keep watching to find out. How Honda made hydrogen engine the next big thing. Honda decided to team up with a strong partner, General Motors. Together, they've created something fresh, bold, and totally cool. The CR-V hydrogen SUV. It's not just a small update, it's a full-blown comeback that could shake up the EV world. At first glance, the CR-V hydrogen SUV looks like your everyday family car. Sleek, clean, and totally Honda. But underneath, it's hiding a whole new kind of power. No gas engine, no plug-in battery. This SUV runs completely on hydrogen. That's right, pure hydrogen. Tucked in the back are two high-pressure hydrogen tanks. They're smart, compact, and super safe. Under the seats, a clever power unit that turns hydrogen into electricity on the go. No need to plug in. No need to wait hours to charge. Just fill it up and you're ready to roll. Refueling takes just 3 to 5 minutes, about the same time as pumping gas. The way it works is almost like magic. Hydrogen meets oxygen in a clean, controlled reaction. The result? Instant energy, and only one byproduct, water vapor. That's it. No smoke, no pollution, just H2O. So what does that mean for you? Freedom. No more worrying about finding a charger on a long road trip. No more stressing about whether your battery will last. The CR-V hydrogen SUV can drive just as far as some of the best electric cars out there, but without the weight. And here's a super cool bonus. This SUV can share its power. Imagine a storm knocks out your home's electricity. No problem. Your CR-V can keep your lights on and your gadgets charged. It's like having a backup generator on wheels. Not just a car, it's a lifesaver in tough times. But don't think all this tech means you're giving up comfort. Honda made sure the CR-V still feels like, well, a Honda. Spacious, smooth, and perfect for families. The hydrogen system is neatly packed away, so there's still room for groceries, gear, and all your everyday stuff. It feels natural, not forced, like the future just fits. And Honda's not rushing this. They're starting in smart places like California and Japan, spots that already have hydrogen stations. That way, drivers can hit the road without worrying where to refuel. As more stations pop up, they'll expand to new places. It's a quiet, clever rollout with a long-term vision. While other companies are shouting about EVs and racing to solve their problems, Honda is doing something different. No loud hype, just a solid strategy, a smart partner, and a powerful product. The CR-V hydrogen SUV delivers fast refueling, long range, zero pollution, and all the comfort you expect, wrapped in a trusted package. This might be the surprise twist no one saw coming. While the world chases batteries, Honda's serving up something cleaner, quicker, and just as exciting. But how are hydrogen-powered vehicles better than electric vehicles? Stay tuned because what comes next will shock you. Hydrogen-powered vehicles versus electric vehicles.
We are talking about batteries versus hydrogen cars.
So, what makes hydrogen engines better than electric vehicles, EVs? Let's break it down. First, there's the big issue with EVs, charging time. Even with fast chargers, it can take 30 minutes to several hours to power up. But with hydrogen, it's simple. Pull into a station, fill up like you would with gas, and you're back on the road in minutes. No waiting, no fuss. Next up is range. EVs typically drive 200 to 300 miles on a full charge. That sounds good until you hit the highway on a long trip and start watching the battery drop. Honda's hydrogen CR-V, it can go closer to 400 miles on a full tank. That extra 100 miles can mean fewer stops and more freedom. Now let's talk about something people don't always think about. The power grid. Electric vehicles put a lot of stress on it. In some places, people are being told not to charge during peak hours because the grid can't handle it. Hydrogen doesn't have that problem. It works independently of the grid, so no blackouts or power warnings. What about the environment? EVs don't release pollution while driving, which is great, but they need batteries made with rare metals like lithium and cobalt. Mining those is expensive, dirty, and bad for the planet. Plus, those big EV batteries wear out over time and can be tricky to recycle. Hydrogen cars like the CR-V skip all that. They use fuel cells that turn hydrogen into electricity as you drive. The only thing they leave behind? Water vapor. No smoke, no fumes. Just H2O. And here's the cool part. Green hydrogen can be made using just sunlight, water, and wind. That's clean energy from nature. No digging, no pollution. Another win? Hydrogen cars don't need giant batteries. That means no risk of battery fires, no heavy weights slowing the car down, and no expensive materials. It's clean, it's safe, and it works well in big vehicles too, like buses, trucks, and long-haul delivery vans. While EVs are fighting for faster charging and better batteries, Honda and its partner General Motors have been building something smarter. Their hydrogen tech is smaller, faster, and more efficient. It's like giving your car a superpower, clean energy without giving up speed or comfort. Even governments are betting big on hydrogen. Japan has it in their national energy plan. Germany is building hydrogen stations for trucks. China, the world's biggest car market, is quietly pouring billions into hydrogen to power buses and taxis. This isn't just talk, it's already happening. Honda knows this. That's why their hydrogen CR-V is arriving just as the world starts to build the hydrogen infrastructure it needs. Places like California and Japan already have fuel stations, and more are popping up fast, and it doesn't stop there. Honda, along with Toyota, Mazda, Subaru, and others, are also working on low-emission engines that run on biofuels, hydrogen, and even ammonia. Their goal isn't to kill EVs, it's to give people more clean energy choices. In short, hydrogen is stepping out of the shadows. It's not just an experiment anymore. It's cleaner, quicker, and just as powerful. Honda isn't just keeping up. They're changing the game in a way only Honda can. Honda reveals plans for their hydrogen-powered cars. Back in 2015, Honda became a trending topic for car lovers after revealing the Clarity fuel cell at the Tokyo Motor Show. This car was not like regular electric or gasoline-powered vehicles. It used hydrogen to create energy, offering a driving range that amazed many. By 2016, the Clarity FCV made history as the first hydrogen-powered sedan available for purchase in Japan. It was proof of Honda's commitment to innovation. The Clarity was special because it wasn't just a regular car with a hydrogen engine. Honda designed it from scratch to run on hydrogen. It had advanced features like wave flow technology, making it more efficient and powerful.
Things we loved? Well, the fuel efficiency for one. Over our 25,000 miles, we averaged nearly 88 miles per gallon.
But even with all this, the Clarity faced huge problems, which would end up leading to it being discontinued. But Honda won't be stopped by this setback as they recently announced that their plans on a new hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV is finally underway. But what were the issues faced by the Clarity FCV, and has Honda overcome these issues with their CR-V SUV? Stay tuned to find out. The Clarity released by Honda, although built from scratch to run on hydrogen, had its benefits and major issues. It was designed to be a clean energy car that didn't rely on gasoline or traditional electric batteries. One of its key benefits was its ability to carry 5 people comfortably, which was an advantage over other hydrogen-powered cars at the time. This made it practical for families and groups, setting it apart from smaller and less spacious hydrogen vehicles. Honda added special features to the Clarity, making it stand out. It had smaller, more efficient fuel cells that provided more power while taking up less space. This innovative design made the Clarity one of the most advanced hydrogen cars of its time. The car could drive up to 360 miles on a full tank of hydrogen.
Honda Clarity, an advanced technology vehicle that can run on pure electric and an efficient hybrid system, also known as a plug-in hybrid.
This driving range was impressive and even better than some electric cars available then. It proved that hydrogen-powered cars could compete in terms of performance and convenience, but despite its benefits, the Clarity faced significant problems that led to its discontinuation. The main issue was the lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Unlike electric cars, which can be charged at home or at many charging stations, hydrogen cars need special stations to fill up. These stations were not widely available, especially in many countries. Without enough refueling stations, it was hard for Clarity owners to use their cars for daily travel. Many potential buyers were hesitant to buy the car because they didn't want to worry about where to refuel. Another challenge was the growing popularity of electric cars. As electric vehicle technology improved and charging stations became more common, buyers were drawn to them instead. Electric cars were easier to own and use, which made them more appealing. In contrast, hydrogen cars like the Clarity were seen as complicated and inconvenient. There was also a lack of demand for hydrogen-powered vehicles in general. Many people didn't understand the benefits of hydrogen technology, and governments weren't offering enough support or incentives to encourage its use. Electric cars received more attention and support, leaving hydrogen cars in the shadows. In 2021, Honda decided to stop making the Clarity. Along with it, they also discontinued the battery and plugged-in hybrid versions of the car. While the Clarity was an impressive achievement, the world wasn't ready for hydrogen cars to succeed. The Clarity proved that hydrogen technology had great potential. It showed that hydrogen-powered cars could be efficient, spacious, and environmentally friendly, but the lack of infrastructure, competition from electric vehicles, and low demand ultimately led to it being discontinued. Honda hasn't given up on hydrogen, though. They are now working on a hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV, showing their belief in the future of this technology. But will this new CR-V SUV take the world by storm? Let's find out. Honda hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV. Honda has announced its plans to release a new hydrogen-powered version of its popular CR-V SUV this year. This decision comes after years of learning from their previous hydrogen car, the Honda Clarity, which was discontinued in 2021 due to major issues like a lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Since 2021, things have changed for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, also known as FCVs. There are now more hydrogen refueling stations, and governments are encouraging people to use cleaner vehicles. This has made owning and using a hydrogen car much easier. Honda sees this progress as an opportunity to bring hydrogen technology back with a stronger plan. The new CR-V hydrogen SUV is built using advanced technology developed with General Motors. It has 2 hydrogen tanks located at the back of the car. These tanks store the hydrogen fuel needed to power the vehicle. The car also has a smart power unit placed under the seats. This system helps manage the energy efficiently. Under the hood, the CR-V has a fuel cell system. This system uses hydrogen to create electricity through a chemical reaction. This means the car doesn't need a traditional battery to store power like electric vehicles. Instead, it makes electricity as you drive. Another key feature of the CR-V is its ability to store a large amount of energy. This helps the car travel long distances without needing frequent refueling. When it's time to refuel, the process is quick and simple. It only takes a few minutes to fill up the hydrogen tanks, which is much faster than charging an electric vehicle. The CR-V has a power export function, which is a unique feature that allows the car to provide electricity to homes or devices. It should be noted that Honda's work in hydrogen technology is not new. It started in 1999 with the launch of the Honda FCX, one of the first fuel cell vehicles. At that time, hydrogen cars were rare, and refueling stations were hard to find. Despite these challenges, Honda continued improving its technology.
Engines that Honda built perhaps better than anyone else are losing favor.
Is Honda walking away from one of their most appealing traits?
The Honda Clarity was a step forward in 2016, but it struggled due to some limitations. Learning from these experiences, Honda is determined to make the hydrogen-powered CR-V a success. The company has invested in building more hydrogen stations and is working closely with governments to support clean energy vehicles. They believe that hydrogen cars, along with electric and hybrid vehicles, are essential for reducing emissions and creating a more sustainable future. Remember we mentioned the CR-V hydrogen SUV is set to launch this year? Well, it's starting with North America and Japan. It will first be sold in regions with good access to hydrogen refueling stations, such as California, and select areas in Japan. Honda plans to make the cars available to more areas as more stations are built. The automotive world is excited about this new vehicle because it combines the reliability of the CR-V with the benefits of hydrogen technology. The car is expected to offer the same comfort and practicality that the CR-V is known for, along with the advantages of fast refueling and long driving range. Honda's vision goes beyond just making cars. They aim to lead the way in sustainable transportation by developing vehicles that reduce harmful emissions. While electric vehicles are a big part of this plan, Honda believes that hydrogen-powered cars also have a place in the future. With the new CR-V hydrogen SUV, Honda is showing that they are serious about innovation and environmental stewardship. The car represents a major step forward in fuel cell technology and gives us a peek into what the future of transportation could look like. How beneficial will this Honda CR-V SUV be? Keep watching because what comes next will interest you. Benefits and potential setbacks of Honda CR SUV. The Honda CR-V hydrogen-powered SUV brings many benefits to the world of clean transportation. One of the most exciting advantages is its use of hydrogen fuel cells, which produce zero harmful emissions. Instead of releasing carbon dioxide like gasoline cars, the hydrogen CR-V only emits water vapor. This makes it a great choice for people who want to help reduce air pollution and fight climate change. Another benefit of the CR-V hydrogen SUV is its quick refueling time. Unlike electric cars, which can take hours to charge, the CR-V can be refueled in just a few minutes at a hydrogen station. This is very convenient for busy people who don't want to wait long to get back on the road.
Hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. It's the first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle for the mass market consumer audience.
It also makes the car suitable for long trips, as drivers won't need to spend much time refueling. The CR-V is also designed to offer a long driving range. Its hydrogen tanks can store a large amount of energy, allowing the car to travel farther on a single fill-up compared to many electric cars. This helps reduce range anxiety, a common worry for drivers of eco-friendly vehicles. The CR-V provides the comfort of knowing you can go farther without stopping for fuel. In addition to being clean and practical, the CR-V hydrogen SUV is versatile. The unique power export feature that the Honda CR-V SUV has is quite beneficial, because it means that the car can act as a backup power source for homes or other devices. In emergencies, this feature could be extremely useful, providing electricity when other sources are not available. The car also maintains the reliability and spacious design of the CR-V, a model that has been trusted by many drivers for years. Even with these benefits, the CR-V hydrogen SUV may face some setbacks. One major issue is the limited number of hydrogen refueling stations. While the number of stations is growing, they are still not as widely available as gas stations or electric charging points. In some areas, it could be difficult to find a station nearby, which might discourage people from buying the car. Another challenge is the cost of hydrogen technology. Building hydrogen cars and refueling stations is expensive, which could make the CR-V more costly than other vehicles.
The all-new Honda CR-V e-HEV full hybrid variant will also feature Honda Connect and an upgraded Honda Sensing.
Even though prices are expected to go down as the technology improves, some people might still find the initial cost too high. Competition is also a major challenge. Electric cars have become very popular in recent years, and many people are already used to charging their cars at home. The convenience of electric vehicles might make it hard for hydrogen cars like the CR-V to win over customers. The hydrogen SUV may also face issues with public awareness. Many people are not familiar with hydrogen technology and might feel unsure about how it works. Educating the public and building trust in this new type of car will take time and effort. Government policies and incentives could also play a role. While some governments support hydrogen vehicles with tax breaks and funding for refueling stations, others focus more on electric vehicles. Without strong government backing, the CR-V could face difficulties reaching a large audience. Also, hydrogen production itself can be a challenge. Although hydrogen is a clean fuel, the process of producing it is not always environmentally friendly. If hydrogen is made using fossil fuels, it could reduce the overall environmental benefits of the CR-V. Efforts to produce green hydrogen, using renewable energy sources like wind and solar, are necessary to fully realize the car's potential. The Honda CR-V hydrogen SUV has many advantages, including its clean energy, quick refueling, long range, and innovative features. But it also faces challenges like limited infrastructure, high costs, strong competition, and the need for public education and green hydrogen production. How these issues are addressed will play a big role in the future success of this promising vehicle. Ammonia-powered cars face technical challenges that have impeded their progress. One significant obstacle is the combustion characteristics of ammonia. Ammonia has a different combustion profile compared to conventional fuels, requiring modifications to engine designs and fuel systems. It has a lower energy density compared to gasoline or diesel, which means larger volumes of ammonia would be needed to achieve similar performance levels. This poses challenges in terms of packaging and range limitations, as the larger fuel storage tanks would occupy more space and add weight to the vehicle. Additionally, the conversion of existing internal combustion engines to run on ammonia is not a straightforward process. Engine modifications are needed to accommodate the specific requirements of ammonia combustion, such as changes to fuel injectors, combustion chambers, and exhaust systems. These modifications would require significant research and development, as well as testing to ensure the performance, efficiency, and durability of the converted engines. Another factor that has hindered the development of ammonia-powered cars is the availability of alternative technologies. Over the years, other clean energy options, such as electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, have gained prominence and received significant investments. These technologies have been further developed and have seen improvements in terms of infrastructure, battery technology, and overall performance. As a result, the focus and resources have been primarily directed toward these alternatives, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited attention and investment. Moreover, the production of ammonia itself poses environmental challenges. Currently, the majority of ammonia production relies on fossil fuel-based processes, such as steam methane reforming. This leads to greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change. To fully realize the environmental benefits of ammonia-powered cars, it would be necessary to transition to more sustainable and carbon-neutral methods of ammonia production, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources. However, the development and scaling up of these sustainable production methods are still in progress, adding to the complexity of adopting ammonia as a mainstream fuel. Lastly, the regulatory landscape has also played a role in the slow progress of ammonia-powered cars. Governments and regulatory bodies have primarily focused on promoting electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as part of their clean transportation strategies. As a result, the regulatory frameworks and incentives have been more favorable towards these technologies, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited policy support and incentives. But the dream of an ammonia-powered engine taking over the automobile landscape is very possible. Why? Why is ammonia worth the effort? Ammonia engines have a standout feature that sets them apart: high energy density. This means that a significant amount of energy can be stored within a given volume of ammonia. This characteristic is crucial for efficient energy storage and transportation, making ammonia engines particularly well-suited for sectors like transportation and power generation, where effective energy storage and utilization are of utmost importance. One of the compelling advantages of ammonia engines is their reliance on widely available resources. Ammonia can be produced from various elements, such as hydrogen and nitrogen, which are abundant constituents in the Earth's atmosphere. This accessibility underscores the viability of ammonia engines as a sustainable energy solution. By utilizing readily available resources, we not only have the potential to reduce carbon emissions, but also to develop more resilient and flexible energy solutions. What's interesting to note is that ammonia has played pivotal roles in various industrial settings throughout history. For instance, its use in refrigeration during the 19th century revolutionized food preservation and storage. During World War I, ammonia became a vital component in the production of explosives. In the mid-20th century, ammonia drove the growth of the chemical industry, enabling the manufacturing of synthetic fibers and plastics. In the field of agriculture, ammonia-based fertilizers sparked a global revolution in food production. Moreover, ammonia continues to be indispensable in industries such as cleaning products and pharmaceuticals. Toyota's CEO, Koji Sato, envisions a groundbreaking future for ammonia in car engines, with a focus on low CO2 emissions. This vision of ammonia-powered engines opens up possibilities that could potentially revolutionize the automotive industry, and may even challenge the dominance of electric vehicles, EVs. What are your thoughts on hydrogen-powered vehicles? Do you think they will replace the electric vehicles? Let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Click on the next video displayed on your screen. You will enjoy it.